Hey everybody, how's it going? JDTFridaysFan97 here, and welcome to JDTFridaysFan97 News. In this news on May 12, 2025, there's another update on this Paramount Warner Brothers Discovery merger, which I'll be talking to you about. So before we get started, I wanted to remind you that if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't miss any updates on my channel, and join my Facebook group and follow me on social media. And I wanted to say thank you guys for your wonderful support on my social media handle and my YouTube channel. So yeah, enjoy the video. Alright guys, I'm here at usnews.com and it says U.S. House lawmakers press Paramount CEO on Warner Brothers acquisition. It says two U.S. House Democrats asked Paramount Skydance CEO David Ellison on Tuesday to disclose if he or the company opted to make changes to CNN's coverage of President Donald Trump in exchange for approval of a tie-up with Warner Brothers Discovery. It is clear that President Trump expects your potential ownership of Warner to produce favorable press coverage for him and his allies, wrote Representatives Jamie Raxon of Maryland and Frank Pallone of New Jersey in a letter first reported by Reuters. A merger between Paramount Skydance and Warner would dangerously concentrate media power into a single conglomerate and bring more independent voices under presidential influence. The two lawmakers in November said Paramount was stonewalling congressional oversight after they sought documents tied to the FCC's approval of Skydance's $8.4 billion merger with the CBS News parent company. Paramount did not immediately respond to requests for comment. The lawmakers also want records of any donations made to any Trump cause or interest, and suggests that Ellison have sought to influence coverage at CBS. Your actions at CBS News after the Paramount Skydance merger demonstrate your willingness to tailor news coverage to the liking of the president, the lawmakers wrote. Trump has aggressively pushed the Federal Communications Commission to go after media companies over programs or news content he argues is unfair. Paramount won a months-long bidding war with Netflix for Warner Brothers, a victory that cements Ellison as a powerful force in the rapidly contracting entertainment landscape. The deal is expected to close in the third quarter this year. Paramount agreed to pay $16 million to settle Trump's lawsuit against CBS over its editing of a 60 Minutes interview with his Democratic presidential opponent, Kamala Harris. The merger was approved after Skydance agreed to ensure CBS News and entertainment programming will be free of bias, hire an ombudsman for at least 2 years to review complaints, and end diversity programs. Lawmakers and the sole Democrat on the FCC have called for a rigorous review after Paramount asked the commission to approve a waiver to allow a significant fortune investments backing the acquisition. And right here, Paramount defends Warner Brothers Discovery merger in a letter to California AG, says combined companies will have incentive to boost theatrical. Paramount defended its proposed merger with Warner Brothers Discovery to California Attorney General Rob Bonta, who is considering an antitrust challenge to the transaction. In a letter to Bonta last week, Paramount's chief legal officer, Makan Delrahim, said that the combined companies would have the incentive to boost theatrical distribution, not reduce it. Delrahim wrote, Paramount's proposed merger with WBD will help drive meaningful improvements for movie theaters and their audiences, to compete more effectively with Netflix and other leading services. A combined Paramount WBD will need to capture audiences' attention in fresh ways, and that includes broadening theatrical distribution to tap into the magic of movie-going experience and creative momentum behind films before they reach streaming services. Read Paramount letter to Rob Bonner. Delrahim wrote that with the merger, the companies will have every incentive to get more films into wider distribution on more movie theater screens. It is how it will compete for audiences across the entertainment ecosystem. He repeated Paramount CEO David Ellison's commitment to release 30 films annually and to have a 45-day theatrical window at a minimum for each release. That pledge makes sense. Theaters are a core part of the combined firm strategy to drive engagement both on and off the big screen, Delrahim wrote. The letter also repeated other arguments, including that the transaction would better allow Paramount to compete at scale against Netflix. Delrahim noted that Paramount captures only 5.8% of U.S. SVOD viewership and WBD 5.09%. By comparison, the top three streaming subscription platforms together captured 65% of all U.S. SVOD viewers, Netflix with 32.5%, Disney at 16.7%, and Amazon 15.3%. Absent something transformative, neither party is positioned to grow to a scale where they would catch up to the leading streamers. Excuse me. Delrahim also challenged figures from Cinema United, the trade association for exhibitors, which is opposing the deal. He cited figures showing that Paramount and Warner Brothers combined represent about 25% of the domestic box office, citing Optus data of 4,000 theatrical releases over the last 5 years. He claimed that figures from Cinema Unified showing a 35% domestic box office share only captured revenues for the first half of 2025. In this environment, Paramount must continue to compete aggressively to find outlets for its films, with many other substitutes available for theaters to fill their screens, Delrahim wrote. Delrahim also distinguished the Paramount WBD merger from the Disney-Fox transaction of 2019, which critics have cited the opposing the merger. The Disney-Fox deal led to reduction in releases and substantial losses of jobs. Fox was pared down into a unit of the Walt Disney Company. Disney acquired Fox just a year before the 2020 pandemic, shortly before launching Disney Plus, a sea-changing event that forced massive changes to every film distributor to go market strategy, wrote Delrahim. who signed off on the Disney-Fox transaction in a previous job as the head of the Justice Department Antitrust Division during Donald Trump's first term. Derahim added, Paramount's strategy, in contrast, is informed by the marketplace as it exists in the wake of the pandemic, with three streaming giants dominating audience attention on the one hand, and theater slowly re-emerging as a critical marketing engine and cultural phenomenon that can support Paramount's WBD's efforts to compete in the entertainment ecosystem on the other. Derahim also contended that Disney already was reducing its theatrical releases before it acquired the Fox assets. Excuse me. Ellison has said that the two studios will operate separately, and in his letter, Derahim wrote, Paramount and WBD's studios will each release at least 15 films per year and maintain full staff to support production and distribution. To ensure this target is hit, no such commitment was made when Disney acquired Fox. Paramount's letter also noted expressions of support from James Cameron and Adam Aron, the CEO of AMC Entertainment. A spokesperson for Bonta said in response to the letter, the Paramount acquisition of Warner Brothers remains an active investigation, and we do not have any updates to share at this time. Bonta told Deadline in March, whether there's major corporate constellation like this, there's a concern that we might see increased prices, lower wages, reduction in competition, limits in choice, lower quality, all those things. That's why there is antitrust law in the first place. Democratic lawmakers in Washington have warned of the transaction, with Senator Cory Booker, Democrat of New Jersey, holding a recent spotlight hearing that featured figures including Mark Ruffalo and documentary filmmaker David Borenstein. More than 5,000 filmmakers, industry professionals, and others have signed on to an open letter opposing the transaction, including recent citees Jason Alexander, Tim Robbins, W. Kalmar Bell, and Lucy Fisher, poor organizers. Semaphore first reported on the Paramount letter. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this Paramount WBD merger update on JDTFridaysFan97 news. And as always, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe and hit that bell so you won't miss any of my updates on my channel. And also join my Facebook group and follow me on social media. So yeah, thanks for watching guys. Until the next video, this is JDTFridaysFan97 saying this is your JDTFridaysFan97 news. Be good or I'll come over there and block your underrated privileges.